Welcome back from that short commercial break, and of course we return with yet another innovation. Like I told you, in the second part of the show we shall be exploring another innovation, and this time around we are looking at the mechanized irrigation system. And this is very important to the farmers out there to enable you to monitor the rate at which your soil is being irrigated, and this will enable the farmers to make the appropriate decision. Despite the fact that this innovation is still in a prototype version, but of course a much more developed version is yet to be manufactured. But now let's take a look at still Mbabazi with this new innovation, the mechanized irrigation system. Improving irrigation efficiency aims at minimizing water use within agriculture sector while continuing to maintain optimal crop productivity rates. Water and energy efficient irrigation also provides a number of environmental and socioeconomic benefits. High irrigation efficiency is becoming increasingly important due to the current decrease in available water resources and growing populations that drive expansion of agricultural activities. Technological advances for improved irrigation include efficient irrigation systems where water release can be controlled so that crops receive only the amount needed. For example, pressurized irrigation systems such as drip irrigation. Other modern irrigation systems are self-propelled and include wireless sensors and GPS technology to improve site-specific and volumetric precision of water applications to match the needs of the soil and crops. Irrigation efficiency can also be improved through altering farming practices such as crop rotation and conservation tillage that helps to improve soil moisture conservation. Regular monitoring equipment and repairing damages, leakages in irrigation systems are also important in improving water use efficiency for crops. Improving access in information in regards to these measures, for example, through farmer education programs, can help create incentive and influence the behavior of the farmers towards greater water-efficient management of irrigation systems. In addition, operational and legislative changes, for example, the implementation of new water rights laws or creating incentives for efficient use, may also be effective in promoting irrigation efficiency. Mbabazi has also designed a potential prototype irrigation machine suitable for local consumption.
We decided to make a system that is a little bit different from, it's an innovation. It's different from what we have been using in Uganda here. My president has been talking much about it, that we need irrigation. So we sat down and said, no, let's think of something which is a bit relatively cheap and also very much effective. Our system can work both ways, sprinkle and the normal irrigation system. The difference is our system does not irrigate flood water everywhere. No, it pinpoint or picks areas which are lacking water. Let's say your land is maybe flat or whatever it is. So the soil which is low, like on the lower side, usually it contains that moisture. Now you find the one on top is not. So even if it is flat, you find some areas have got room soil, the other one has got what? Sandy and ABCD. So, excuse me, this system of mine, we use sensors. It's solar powered. Everything is solar powered. So we use sensors that are planted in specific areas. So whenever that area is dry, it sends water there in that direction. So the area is irrigated now at that moment. Now waiting for the other one now, the areas which are still having water, there's no need of watering it again, as long as the soil is still having that moisture. Then also another thing, our system works in both ways. We have, there is a tank that contains paste. What paste? For spraying, of course. Yeah, spraying. At time we find we can say, let's mix spraying, and also we mix it's called what? Fertilizer at the same time. So fertilizer and so they are sprayed at the same time. No need of saying, okay, now I'm going to spray this, now again fertilizer. So you find that now that area, you want to fertilize, you just use that powder, the fertilizer. So it goes and it's sprayed there. So ours is a bit, we are very confident. We know it's going to work in Uganda. We just want to get right people. Then we broadly we make it fine.
Let's have a review now on how this really works.
We assume that this is our garden. This is our garden, which will require to be irrigated. We are using this bulb to light on to give us a picture of a pump pumping when our water is dry. So if we remove this sensor, bulb lights, which indicates that now the pump is on. And now when the soil has got enough water, you will see the sensor now, sorry, the pump now stopping pumping. So this one, we have got our soil samples here. Let's say we begin with this. Can begin with we plant our sensor in this water, sorry, in this soil. In this case, the light is on, but waiting, it is still irrigating. Now here we assume that irrigation is going on. Now it goes off. When it goes off, it's coming on because it's not. The soil has got enough water in that area now. To get enough water in that area, when the water contains, okay, it still contains, it still has a lot of water moistures, you never see the pump pumping. It will wait until, now here we must get another, see different sensors to another area now. If it is another area, you find that now because this one there is water in it, no pumping. In a dry soil, it will wait until when you irrigate. In this case, the bulb is on, telling us that what there is irrigation going on. Now, because there's too much water, it stops. Because it is not deepened properly, that's why it's doing like that. Okay, if I do like this. Now there, no irrigation. No, the system is not working. It's not irrigating because the area has got enough water. But now when it keeps on drying slowly, it comes on. It goes back. But it takes like a day, 2 days, 3 days. Then it comes on. So you find that now you have got a field which contains different soil samples. The other one is room soil, the other one is clay, the other one is what. So we planted these sensors in different places. But now they pick point which area. So we run you can use drip irrigation, you can use sprinkler, you can use whichever you want to use. So in any way it can work out. The innovation that we have put in is that our senses where to irrigate. Where do you want water? Not like here, another sensor would say, no, me I'm still dry somewhere. Like the entire area is dry. The sensor will command and now turns on the pump. So that's how we have. Then also again, turning on the pump, it can still spray fertilizers at the same time. Not only water at once, no. Still, fertilizer can be sprayed. So maybe if it is, let's say, like maize, we use the sprinkler, not drip. Beans, what, those ones, now you can use the drip, right? So in brief, this is how our system works. So we write a program based on we first take soil samples. So then we write the software. We embed it into an IC. So whereby now the sensor is able to know how much moisture you need. Okay, if it switches on that point, it goes on. If it reduces, we give it a gap. If it reduces, it goes off and goes on based on what. So we keep on that soil. But also what happens, in different crops. I don't think if I have a farm of cabbage, the same soil I need there would be the same soil when I have beans and they are getting ready, like to be harvested. So it's a bit different. So we first take water samples, and also based on what you're going to put there. So briefly, this is our system, but we can magnify it, and it can work in the range of 5 acres. 5 acres. We have tested it somewhere, just because now it's in a small workshop. We have just used this, what you have on your table, but we tested it somewhere. It runs 5 acres. Those things are still communicating. Now in 5 acres, we can't run cables. We use wireless sensors to do the job for us. The way right now you are here, but people on TV could be watching you. So we use wireless sensors. So we program them to coordinate with our entire control board.
Irrigation efficiency measures are often implemented as part of a plan to improve water efficiency on a broader scale. So a wide range of stakeholders are involved in the planning. Educating farmers about the benefits and goals is an important step in development of an irrigation efficiency plan. These include decreased consumption, reduced costs, reduced energy requirements, maintained productivity, and so many more. Changes in irrigation methods may require changes to legislation. Implementing the changes is the next step, and these may include installation of new irrigation system and equipment repair, land leveling, water conservation techniques, as on-site water recycling facilities. Despite the rise of Uganda's engineering industry, Mbabazi believes a few initiatives should be undertaken by government and other responsible stakeholders to witness growth.
We are good, but just because we lack exposure. We lack exposure, and we are the Ugandans. We don't trust ourselves first of all. We don't trust ourselves. We think the best must come from somewhere else. You get my point, eh? Even the government itself, to build the road, they have to contract someone from outside Uganda. They think, but the problem I can't talk much about that, because I know the problem is we are not exposed. You find a guy has got to Makerere for 3 years, 4 years, engineering, but he can't make anything. He can't think and tap stuff and do something, because lack of exposure. And another problem here, they deal much in theory. Theory can't take you anywhere. You need practical. Back in my village, when we were learning on how to milk cows, you milk by learning. You don't milk by, theoretical. No, it's practical. Be there. You get. So here in Uganda, going back to your question, we have knowledge, we have the capacity, but we must remove this thing out of us that we can't make it. No, we can make it. We can make it. Even in NASA in USA, we have Ugandans there. In Eurospace, we have Ugandans. So we should think that direction. Also, Uganda, actually, the government as well should help us. I don't think, yes, maybe it could be there, but in words, by documentation, that Uganda engineering something could be there. But this skill-up thing, the government, if the government can help us and put a specific bank to deal with these people. I've seen that in China, in Guangzhou. They have banks which are, if you think of an idea, you come, they give you money, you give them a sample. So Ugandans can do much, that's what I know. So, and I see we are moving further. As the world changes, technology is rising every single minute. So I see we are moving further. So we just need to be exposed, much more exposed. Maybe another thing I can throw to the government, if I know someone can now start using it to get money, but it's better for Uganda again. If we can pick someone, talk to someone who's responsible, and they go to Katwe, pick those boys that you see on making stuff. Pick them. Let's say in a year, pick about 600 young boys. Take them to China because they can't stay in China for long. They study, they get knowledge, they come back home. Get others to India. I'm looking for countries where I know they can't stay, whereby they are forced to bring to bring back the knowledge. In Asia, of course, in Asia, South Korea, take them there. The way they do for agriculture, but I don't understand even for agriculture whenever they go to Israel. I haven't seen what they're doing here. But now, let's leave that. For technology, China, India, if the government can take them, they get skilled there, they come back. These welders we have here. You can move so fast, very fast, I'm telling you.
I think we are going further. In the future, we will do better. That is, if we have people who can bring us genuine spare parts. There, we really, Ugandans, we are innovative. We will be doing wonders. Yeah, we shall really reach everywhere. We shall sell our things everywhere. That is if we have genuine components. But we need, whether it is an NGO, whether it is from government, but we need that support. Like on 100%, we are supporting ourselves just 10%. So the other 90, we should get it at least from external support. Yeah, because it's a number of things really. A number of things are involved in making, in our trade, like in electronics, in engineering, there is a number of things which is involved really. Yeah, so we need capital by that. We need capital, whether it is from the NGO, whether it is from the government, but we just need it.
Andrew Barige, Smart Tech. Very interesting innovations right there from our very own Ugandans manufacturing this, and this will be something very important if we reach out to them and we actually support them, and this will enable further developments as they will be in position to earn much more money, of course, to invest into manufacturing and innovating much more better products right there. Don't forget, on GOTV, channel 394 and DSTV, channel 372, and on our social media handles at Smart24 TV Twitter and Smart24 TV Official, that's on Facebook, and at Smart24 TV Live, that's on YouTube, and you will be in position to catch us at whatever part of the globe you will be at as we deliver to you the business news, both local and international, but above all, the latest in technology trends. Till next week, goodbye.